Hey everyone, so I just took my Digimon card game judge test and I just passed, so I'm very happy about that. But yeah, what a great way to celebrate than with a meme WaruSeadramon deck. This deck list, I kind of made it before. We heard about the Garurumon X restrictions. I'm still going to use this deck list. I modified it slightly, um, just to add in some countermeasures in case your opponent is playing in a way where you need them to get level 3s or level 4s into their trash. So I added two different countermeasures to this deck to make it so then you don't need to depend as much on them getting a level 3 or level 4 into trash. This deck will help you to get a level 3 or level 4 into your opponent's trash. So yeah, let's go over the fun WaruSeadramon deck. So I am using Starter Deck 16 Tsunamon. Starter Deck 16 Tsunamon is very essential for this combo to happen. So basically what's really good about Tsunamon is that it has a when attacking effect. When attacking, if you have 6 or fewer cards in your hand, draw 1. And this effect is not once per turn. So basically, once you get the WaruSeadramon combo going, you will get infinite attacks in, which will then give you infinite memory. And that memory is neat and all, but what you really need to capitalize off of infinite memory is an infinite draw engine. So once you get the combo started, if you have this Tsunamon as the inheritable, then you will be able to draw infinitely. Now, you might be wondering, but this isn't really infinite because you can stop the combo at any time that you want to. But yeah, this is essentially infinite. You can choose exactly when to stop this combo. You can draw. So you might think, oh, at a certain point, you will fill your hand up with 6 cards, and then you will go to 7 cards, so you will no longer draw from the when attacking. But that is a very simple solution. Since you can basically have infinite memory, you can just play out a card that is 10 costs or less, go down memory, so now you go from 7 cards to 6 cards, and then your next attack you will draw again. And basically just keep doing that. Every time you just get to 10, play out a different card, decrease hand size, keep attacking, draw another card. So basically this will help you to draw through your deck. And you can stop this combo whenever you want to. So I will get to the actual combo once we get to WaruSeadramon. 4 copies of Starter Deck 16 Gabumon. So Starter Deck 16 Gabumon, very good. Digivolves from Tsunamon for 0. Otherwise, you can Digivolve from a level 2 purple for 0. Start of your main phase, if your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. But the inheritable is really good. So the inheritable, when attacking once per turn, draw 1, then trash 1 card in your hand. So in my deck, I'm going with the Garurumon engine. Not because I want to get cards into the trash, but because it is so good at cycling that I really just want to cycle to get my combo pieces going. If you are feeling brave, instead of using Gabumon, you could also use the newer Gabumon that came out. So when attacking once per turn, draw 1. So instead of draw 1, trash 1, this is once per turn, draw 1. So basically this will also help you to cycle through your cards. I'm not using this in my deck because I'm still playing the purple Garurumon stuff. So just in case this comes up, I do want to guarantee that I have a purple rookie in case I need to go into Starter Deck 6 Garurumon. But yeah, these tech cards I will go over in a bit after. But basically, the Gabumons in my deck function just to cycle through the cards. so then you can more easily find your combo pieces. I'm playing 1 copy of Starter Deck 6 Gabumon because it's restricted to 1. When attacking, trigger draw 1, trash 1. So basically the same as this Gabumon, but this is not once per turn. But in my deck, it will not matter. 1 copy of BT2 Gabumon on deletion, trigger draw 2, then trash 1. So basically all of them, inheritable-wise, will help you to cycle through more cards in your deck so you can find your combo pieces. 4 copies of the EX5 Syakomon. So EX5 Syakomon is really good with an on-play ability. So on play, for each of your opponent's Digimon, draw 1, then trash 1 card in your hand. So I wanted to play the Gabumons because of their inheritables. So when attacking, draw 1, trash 1. On deletion, draw 2, trash 1. So these Gabumons will basically be digivolved over Tsunomon. I wanted a cheap Digimon that can on-play. So I chose Syakomon just because it has a really good on-play. So basically, for each of your opponent's Digimon, you draw 1 for each Digimon that they have. But regardless of how many cards you drew, you just trash 1 card. So Syakomon is a really nice choice. I did also consider WaruSeadramon from BT10. Just so then you can draw 1 and then draw 1 for each of your opponent's Digimon. So it is slightly better in terms of its on play, but it is a 5-cost Digimon. It's a level 4 blue Digimon, so you don't really see it. You don't really interact with it basically other than playing it from hand. So I do like Syakomon better, just in case I need to digivolve it in the back, or I need to digivolve it into a level 4 purple. So I do like Syakomon better for that reason. All turns once per turn, when an effect plays an opponent's Digimon, gain 1 memory. So this probably will not be useful. But if you do have a, for example, Garurumon X antibody over this Digimon, you attack and then Garurumon X antibody lives. If your opponent, plays a Digimon, then you can gain 1 memory. Technically, you also gain 1 memory once you do the WaruSeadramon combo, but it will not really be relevant. But this could potentially be useful. But realistically, not really. It's only used in this deck for the on-play, and because it's a purple level 3 Digimon. Two copies of the Starter Deck 6 Garurumon. So this Garurumon inheritable. When attacking, trigger draw 1, trash 1. This is also not once per turn, but for this deck, doesn't really matter. If you have the Starter Deck 6 Gabumon or the Starter Deck 6 Garurumon under WaruSeadramon and you get the combo going, then you can, when attacking, draw 1, trash 1, draw 1, trash 1 with each attack. So what I find is that they are not really necessary because, again, if you don't even have them, you just have the Tsunomon inheritable, then you will slowly but surely be able to draw through your whole deck. But you get to choose, basically, you get to control how fastly you draw through the cards, as opposed to these Gabumon and Garurumons, it will be each attack. So if you aren't too careful, then you can mill yourself out, which isn't too much of a problem with this specific deck, because you're basically going to OTK your opponent the turn that you start the combo. But these Gabumons and Garurumons are not as necessary, because you do have the Tsunomon as your draw engine. And then 4 copies of the Starter Deck 16 Garurumon. So it does have a neat security effect. If this is hidden security, then you can play a Gabumon from your hand or trash for free. You do not have any Mat Ashidas in this deck, but because I am playing 6 Gabumons, it can come up. And I'm playing, of course, 4 of these Garurumons. So it could come up that I can play a Gabumon from hand or from trash when this is in security, so that's a nice thing to have. But this is mainly here for its when digivolving and it's inheritable. When digivolving, draw 1, then trash 1. Inheritable, once returned, draw 1, trash 1 when attacking. And the problem dog himself from EX5, Garurumon X Antibody, 4 copies of him. So, digivolves from Garurumon for 0. When digivolving, draw 2, then trash 2 cards. If you have a Garurumon under it or X Antibody under it, then you gain 1 memory. So basically, this going on top of the Garurumon so you can get more cycling through the deck, but also really good for the memory gain. I am not playing any 5s that realistically will go over Garurumon and then keep attacking. The only level 5 that I really have is the WaruSeadramon. So the inheritable will not really matter, but what really matters is just being able to cycle through my deck for the combo pieces. Whoops. I have 1 copy of Eismon's Scar Mode. I figured, you know, it's just a nice card to have. You can play it 4/4, crash with it so you can draw 3, trash 2, or you can digivolve it over any of your purple rookies, attack with it. When this is deleted, draw 3, trash 2, so it's just a nice way to cycle through your cards for the combos, for the combo pieces. So I'm playing 4 copies of Ginkakumon Promote. This will make so much sense later. But basically it has Rush. It does have an on-play, but the on-play is irrelevant for this deck. I do like this card because once you've established infinite draw and infinite memory, then you can just spam out a whole bunch of Digimon with Rush. Doesn't really matter if during that turn you use 24 memory to play out 4 Ginkakumon Promote, because basically you can just keep going back to 10, playing out Ginkakumon Promote, draw a card, go back to 10, play out Ginkakumon Promote, and then repeat as necessary until you find enough Rush Digimon to swing for game. So yeah, Ginkakumon Promote, really great card. Digivolves from a level 3 purple for 2 memory. So in case you want to go to WaruSeadramon and you don't have your Garurumon pieces or your Eismon's Scar Mode piece, then this can work in a jiffy just to get up to your level 5 to start the combo. And if you need to, this can digivolve 1 from a level 4. So for example, your Garurumon from Star Deck 6 and from Star Deck 16. If you don't have the Garurumon X Antibody in hand, you could just digivolve into Ginkakumon Promote. So then the inheritable becomes active. If you are really close to your combo, but you're just missing some cards or you just need to digivolve for whatever reason, you could. But this is also a really good gateway from rookie to champion to WaruSeadramon. I'm playing 2 copies of Black Gatomon. So Black Gatomon also has Rush, so this is really nice. It's 5 costs, so it's 1 cost cheaper than Ginkakumon Promote. But the play cost itself isn't really as much of a factor for me, because basically you will only hard play these 2 once you've established the infinite memory and infinite card draw loop. So the play cost is negligible. I do like Ginkakumon Promote more just because it digivolves cheaper off of a level 3 purple. So it digivolves for 2, this digivolves for 3. And this could digivolve from a level 4 if I need to digivolve off of Garurumon. This cannot digivolve from level 4. So I do prefer Ginkakumon Promote more than Black Gatomon in this build. So only 2 copies of Black Gatomon, so I'm playing 6 Rush Digimon. Realistically, with the Garurumon X engine, you will maybe get 1 or 2 attacks already, and then you really only need 3 or 4 Rush Digimon for game. So 6 Rush Digimon seems good enough. I did initially play 8 Rush Digimon, but I took out 2 Block Gatomon so that I can make room for the countermeasures, which I am just about to go into. So the first countermeasure is Growlmon from EX3. So 2 copies of Growlmon from EX3, Digivolves 3 from a purple rookie. So this is actually errated. So it says on deletion, but this is actually when digivolving. When digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. If no Digimon was deleted by this effect, both players trash the top 2 cards of their deck. So this is a countermeasure just in case you want to get your opponent's rookie into the trash. So if your opponent has a rookie, you can just digivolve into this Growlmon and then delete their 3000 or less DP rookie. If they do not have a rookie, or if you're unable to delete by this effect, then you at least mill two cards from both players' decks. So this does have the potential of your opponent milling a rookie or champion into trash. But yeah, I just want something. So then I can remove a rookie if there's a rookie on board. So that I can pull off the combo with WaruSeadramon. Or if there's no rookie on board, then I can at least mill my opponent, and maybe between the security attacks, possibly removing a rookie on board. And if there's no rookie on board, I can potentially mill some rookies or champions into their trash. So this is one countermeasure that I have in this deck, just to increase my chances of my opponent having a rookie or champion in trash. So with this deck, it's not guaranteed, but I think that Growlmon is a really nice addition. I will go over another addition very soon. And the eponymous Digimon itself, 4 copies of WaruSeadramon from BT15. So WaruSeadramon BT15 has 2 really neat effects. So all turns, once per turn, when an effect plays an opponent's Digimon until the end of their turn, all of their Digimon gain on deletion lose 1 memory. What is very important to note about this effect is that once they play out a Digimon by effect, they will only gain this effect 1 time. But this effect does last until the end of their turn. So people have been very confused about this effect. It doesn't mean that only one of their Digimon gains that effect. What it means is that it doesn't stack. So if your opponent plays out 2 Digimon by effect, like 1 Digimon by effect and then another Digimon by effect, it doesn't stack. So then their Digimon would lose 2 memory when it's deleted, and that doesn't stack. So then their Digimon would lose 3 memory when deleted. What it does mean is that the effect will only apply itself 1 time during each turn. But it does last until the end of their turn, which is very important to know. So also the second effect, when attacking, your opponent plays 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card from their trash suspended without paying the cost. On play effects on Digimon played by this effect don't activate. Then you may switch the target of attack to that Digimon. So this is really good. So you attack with this WaruSeadramon. This, when attacking, will force your opponent to play out a level 4 or lower Digimon from trash. And then, right before the battle happens, so you can, of course, switch attack target to that Digimon. And then that's the end of the when attacking effect. Now, before the battle actually happens, since your effects have resolved, now the all turns effect that triggered is still pending. So after your opponent plays the Digimon from trash, you can switch attack target to that Digimon, and then, before the actual battle, the effect will kick in, where, because they played a Digimon by effect, once their Digimon is deleted, they will lose 1 memory. So this is really nice to know. So this is why Growlmon is really nice to have in this deck, just so then you can delete a rookie or a low DP champion, or just potentially milling them into the trash to set up for WaruSeadramon. And of course, this isn't guaranteed that they will have a rookie or champion in trash, but I do have another countermeasure in a bit. I'm playing 3 copies of WaruSeadramon Dragon Mode from EX3. The reason might interest you. So, 1 Digivolving, 1 DNA Digivolving. Your opponent chooses one of their Digimon and deletes the rest, then Blitz. That does not matter for this deck. I am never going to DNA Digivolve into this Digimon. But, when attacking once per turn, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP for the turn. Then you may Digivolve this Digimon into an WaruSeadramon fighter mode in your hand for its Digivolution cost. So, that effect surprisingly also does not matter for this deck. What really does matter is that this is a purple WaruSeadramon Dragon Mode. So I can Digivolve it from WaruSeadramon into this card, which will be relevant. Now this is the card where suddenly it makes sense. WaruSeadramon Fighter Mode, 3 copies from EX3. It has Piercing. When Digivolving, you may return 1 WaruSeadramon Dragon Mode from this Digimon's Digivolution cards to the bottom of its owner's deck to prevent your opponent's security effects from activating for the turn. So, the goal is to first attack with WaruSeadramon over and over again, so then I can get infinite memory, infinite card draw, and using my infinite memory, I can spam out a bunch of Rush Digimon, and then keep attacking WaruSeadramon to amass more memory. And then once I do that, Digivolve for the full 4 into WaruSeadramon Dragon Mode, and then Digivolve into WaruSeadramon Fighter Mode for 2 memory. When Digivolving, bottom deck WaruSeadramon Fighter Mode from source, Dragon Mode from source, to mitigate all my opponent's security effects. So my 6 Rush Digimon, or how many ever Rush Digimon I played, will be able to get safe attacks in. This is the goal of the deck. 1 copy of Calling from the Darkness, just in case I need to retrieve anything. So if I need to retrieve any of my Digimon, all my Digimon in this deck are purple. So I can delete 1 of my Digimon, then return up to 2 purple Digimon cards from my trash to my hand. So just in case I got a WaruSeadramon that was checked in security, I can just retrieve it to my hand so that I can pull off the combo earlier, as opposed to cycling through my deck to find the next available WaruSeadramon piece. Or I can also do that to retrieve Dragon Mode or Fighter Mode from my trash, or in case I need more Rush Digimon. For example, these Digimon attacked, they died in security battle, I can use Calling from Darkness, retrieve them, and then play them out again. Or, basically whatever purple Digimon I need, I can retrieve Calling from Darkness. So this is really good. 4 copies of Dimension Scissor. So Dimension Scissor is basically what will enable me to attack over and over again with the WaruSeadramon. So main effect, one of your Digimon gains the following effect for the turn. When this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle and survives, unsuspend it. So, WaruSeadramon will attack. When attacking, your opponent plays out level 4 or lower from trash. So, switch attack target to that Digimon, and then delete it. After you delete it in battle, Dimension Scissor will unsuspend it. Of course, you need to activate Dimension Scissor before you actually attack with the WaruSeadramon. But once WaruSeadramon has Dimension Scissor's effect active, you can attack. Your opponent plays out a Digimon, you switch into it, delete it, unsuspend, attack again, and then that loop happens over and over. Basically, you will keep gaining memory, because your opponent will keep losing memory once their Digimon is deleted. And with your infinite memory now, Tsunamon, even if you have more than 6 cards in hand, you have infinite memory, so you can just play out a rookie, or play out a champion, or even hard play out WaruSeadramon if you wanted to. But basically, you just play out anything that is not a level 6. And by decreasing your hand size, your next attack will give you another card draw. You just keep drawing until you find the pieces that you need for game. Okay. 4 copies of Ruli Tsukiyono from BT10. So technically, any green memory setter can work for this deck. It doesn't even need to be a memory setter specifically, but I like a memory setter for my build. So basically, I will keep digivolving until I get WaruSeadramon in the breeding area. If I have a Ruli Tsukiyono on field, then next turn, I'm guaranteed to be able to push WaruSeadramon out, and with the 3 memory from Ruli, I will then be able to use Dimension Scissor on WaruSeadramon, keep turn, and then attack, and then get the combo started. So I do like having a memory setter, so then I can guarantee that I will have 3 memory to use Dimension Scissor. I don't like to use any memory boosts or any training cards because I need a green source to use Dimension Scissor. And of course, Dimension Scissor is green. So if I use a purple memory boost or a purple training, the chances of me bottom decking Ruli or Dimension Scissor, which are integral pieces to my combo, is very high. So I really don't want to use memory boosts or trainings. So it just makes sense for me to just use a memory setter green tamer. So then I can start my turn at 3 memory, have a green source in play, and then use Dimension Scissor. So I do like Ruli Tsukiyono more than other green memory setters available. Ruli Tsukiyono at least has an effect that can come up. So your turn, when you attack with a Digimon that has Angoramon in its name or is level 5 or higher, by suspending this tamer, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon with 5000 DP or less. So the other green memory setters, I can think of Mimi, Tachikawa. But Mimi, you need a green Digimon to actually use the other effect. Ruli Tsukiyono, you know, as long as you're level 5 or higher, so you can use this effect. It probably will not come up often, but at least if I'm running a green memory setter, I wanted an effect that I could at least utilize with WaruSeadramon if I wanted to. 2 copies of Tamihime. So this is the other countermeasure that I have to help me get my opponent's level 3 or level 4 Digimon into the trash. So with Growlmon, this is mainly to pop a rookie or a low DP champion in play. If it doesn't work, then I can mill them potentially into the trash. Tamihime is nice if my opponent has a level 4 or higher Digimon with some Digivolution sources. I can just play Tamihime, remove the bottom 3 sources from my opponent's Digimon. So most likely, I will remove a level 3, level 4, maybe a level 2 or something. But since these are the bottom 3 sources, very likely I will remove at least 1 rookie or champion and then put it into the trash. So Tamihime, I don't really care about deleting my opponent's Digimon. I just care about getting a rookie or champion into the trash. So even if they're playing something like WaruSeadramon with protection effects, or they're playing Grace Novamon with protection effects, I don't really need the actual Digimon to be deleted. All I really need is to get the rookie or champion into the trash. So this is where Tamihime comes in. On play, trash bomb 3 sources from one of your opponent's Digimon. So this will just help me against so many different Digimon. As long as they have an inherent, as long as they have a source that's level 3 or level 4 under, then this will most likely be able to strip those sources, get them into the trash. So yeah, let's talk about the combo again. So basically, the Gabumon and Garurumon package are basically just to cycle through the deck. They also do trash cards. I don't really care about getting specific cards in trash. What I do care about is just being able to cycle cards. So draw one, trash one, draw one, trash one. Although you are filling up your trash, I'm just using them just to cycle through the deck to find the combo pieces. The combo pieces, of course, are WaruSeadramon, Iruli Sukiono, and Dimension Scissor. Those are really the only combo pieces that you need to get the combo started. After that point, you can take all the time that you really need to find Dragon Mode and to find Fighter Mode. You don't really need them in your hand right away, but you just need the WaruSeadramon, Iruli, and Dimension Scissor to really start your combo. Once you have those pieces, Iruli out in field, WaruSeadramon in raising, Dimension Scissor in hand, you can guarantee yourself with 3 memory. So then you can actually do the infinite attacks to gain infinite memory, to get infinite card draw, to eventually find your Dragon Mode, and to eventually find your Fighter Mode. But before you actually Evo into them, you can just first play out a bunch of Rush Digimon. So then you have several Rush Digimon at the ready. Then, once you have enough, Digivolve into Dragon Mode. Doesn't matter if the cost is full, because you already have so much memory anyways. Then Digivolve to Fighter Mode. When Digivolving, take the Dragon Mode, bottom deck it, mitigate all of your opponent's security effects. Now your Rush Digimon are just safe to swing. They can die in security, that's okay. As long as security effects do not activate, then you are in the clear. So you don't have to worry about pesky Holy Flames stopping you for the turn, Congo stopping you for the turn. Basically anything in security will not stop you, because all security effects are just mitigated. So Garurumon, Gabumon just to cycle through the deck. Icemon Scar Mode also to cycle through the deck. Rush Digimon just so you can have some rushers out. Growlmon's effect is mainly just to clear out rookies or low DP champions, or at the very least, mill your opponent. I would not use this card unless your opponent has a rookie or champion out that you can remove with its when Digivolving. So if they do not have a rookie or champion in trash yet, I would go into this, so then they would get 1 in trash. In a very last resort kind of way, if they do not have 1 in trash, they don't have 1 in field, you have the combo pieces otherwise. You're just waiting on getting something in trash. Then as a last resort, I would see if I can mill some cards into the trash. But I would really prioritize evoing into this if they have a rookie or champion out that you can just pop to get into the trash. WaruSeadramon is basically the star of the combo. WaruSeadramon enables the actual combo. Dragon Mode, just because it has Dragon Mode in name and because it's purple. Fighter Mode, so that I can stop all security effects from activating. Calling from Darkness, just to grab any Digimon that I need from trash. Dimension Scissor for the actual combo. Iruli as a memory center, and because it's green, so it's a green source, so I can do the combo. Tommy Hemi as the other countermeasure to get rookies or champions into the trash. But yeah, this is the deck. Hopefully the combo makes sense. I am working on a post March 1st deck list where I am straying from the Garurumon engine, but I figured that, you know, since I have the time now, I'm just going to use this deck for fun. And then after March 1st, then I will revise this list to work without Garurumon X Antibody. But yeah, basically, once you've established infinite memory, infinite card draw, you've basically just won the game at that point. Because no security options, all your checks will be safe. Getting 6 rush attacks in, or however many rush attacks in, you're just like super safe at that point. But yeah, once you've established the loop, then you basically just won the game. So yeah, thank you for watching this deck profile video. I will post a part 2 once I make and upload a version that doesn't really rely on Garurumon X antibody, or at least a version that is updated after the ban list. But yeah, this is a fun deck to use, and I will tell you my results. I will use this for locals tomorrow, and I will probably use this for the upcoming Ultimate Cup. So Ultimate Cup is a Pak-Kalimon legal. I will not be playing a Pak-Kalimon. However, I do think that many of my opponents will be playing a Pak-Kalimon, so I can't really keep up with them. So I might as well just play a meme deck. So I might use this deck in the tournament, but I will let you know how this deck performs in actual matches. So I will see you all later.